Hello, my name is Dr. Matt Heiner, and I am a licensed clinical psychologist. I am also an alum of the University of Georgia and a lifelong Bulldog football fan. Thanks to my fandom, I am familiar with sports suffering, and I live in Ohio, which means I suffer alone and in silence. I think it helps me have more compassion. Today, I would like to share a connection between our need for control and anxiety. First, some basic principles. Our brains are problem-solving machines. They evolved this way over thousands of years to help us survive the threats in our environment. When you notice a threat, your body will respond in natural, predictable ways. A lot of these responses are described in what we call fight or flight. Shortness of breath, tightness in chest, stomach issues, sweating, numbness and tingling, among others. These responses are the body's way of preparing to act. It is not an inherently bad system. Think of all the times that being ready to respond to a threat was helpful to you, like a toddler walking into the street, or somebody making a threat, or a storm that could destroy lives and property. In our world, threats come in many shapes and sizes. There are physical threats, such as abuse, violence, mass shootings. There are emotional threats, such as an argument, a breakup, and being hard on ourselves. There are mental threats, like racing thoughts or cognitive difficulties. There are spiritual threats, such as losing meaning, facing isolation, and dealing with our mortality. Going back to our brains, most of the time they do an amazing job of finding ways out of or around difficult situations. Our brains do not stop when a solution to a problem is impossible to find. They keep spinning, thinking, torturing us. Ultimately, a problem without a solution becomes a threat. Our thoughts race, and we may deal with some of the same physical concerns as described in fight or flight. What to do? Well, we can ask ourselves two questions. Am I trying to be in control of something that I cannot control? And if so, what can I control right now? If the answer is that you can't control anything, find a way to cope with the problem. Being with other people who care about us tends to help. If the answer is something, but you can't or don't want to do it, then create small goals. Avoiding something we can control can lead to more anxiety. We can thank our brains for doing their job and give them a break when they are doing the job excessively. A lot of the time, I work with people who want to know why they're anxious, and trying to discover this answer is just another attempt to gain control. Unfortunately, sometimes there is no good answer, which can be difficult to accept. But if we do learn to accept it, then we can deal with it and hopefully move on, rather than get stuck on whether or not this should be happening to us. Thanks for watching. I hope you've taken something away. If you have questions or comments, please post them.